All right, give me a second to get started here. I'm actually trying to do two things at one time. I don't know why I'm trying this, because clearly this is not working for me. So give me 1 second. All right, hold on. All right, so I'm trying to do Facebook Live at the same time here, so give me 1 second. Why is it important to have a reliable third person to complete a form? All right, let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling. All right, this is going to sound kind of obvious, and please forgive me if it comes off sounding weird. But the reality is, when you are going through the disability process, Social Security is going to ask you some questions. And one of the things they're going to ask you is to give them the name of somebody who can actually complete a form on your behalf. I cannot even stress this enough. If you know that you're going through the disability process, make sure you take it upon yourself. And let me say this again and make it very, very clear. Make sure you take it upon yourself to get someone who has enough knowledge about your condition, who can answer the questions for you in a very, very honest format. I know that may seem really, really, really obvious, but the simple fact of the matter is that you'd be surprised the number of times that people actually will have an individual listed on their claim as somebody who can talk about their case, but don't really have a lot of knowledge about their case. So here's what you need to understand. When you're filling out the forms and they're asking you for a name of somebody who can talk about your condition, don't talk about somebody who sees you once a month or every couple of weeks. You want someone who can speak to how frequently, meaning you want somebody who can talk about when they've seen you go to the store, somebody who can talk about how you are when you're cooking or you're cleaning, somebody who can talk about, how you do certain things like, get dressed, or go outside, go for walks, things like that. What you want to have is someone, okay, this is not trying to be funny, you want to have someone who can sit there and give an honest impression about their observation about you. Now, I know that may sound kind of weird. I know some of you have been like, well, Attorney Reeves, what happens if I don't have anybody? Let me be blunt when I say this. If you don't have someone, don't make up someone. Okay, I know that sounds really, really overly simplified, but if you don't have someone, don't make up someone. Okay, so what you need to do is start and say this. Who is the best person? Who is the best person that can give an accurate reflection of what you go through? You want someone who you believe can give a consistent statements about what you do. So guess what? If you have problems picking up things, you want somebody who's seen you who can communicate that you have problems picking up things. If you have difficulty going to the store because you don't like being around a lot of people, you want somebody who can speak to that consistency. Now, am I telling you that you need to go find someone who's going to just mirror everything that you say? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you want someone who can, one, who knows you, two, who's been around you with enough frequency so that they can observe how you behave. And so when they're asking the questions, their responses should be similar to yours. I don't want you to think in the grander scheme of things, okay? I don't want you to sit here in the grander scheme of things to think, okay, well, what I need is I need someone who is going to, basically write down and repeat everything that I say. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about somebody who's going to sit there and just blindly, say, hey, give me your form, or whatever you put down, I'm going to put down as well. That's not the case. What you want to put down here is you want to write down the names of the people who could give an honest impression of their observation of you, because Social Security is going to be looking at whether their responses are consistent with yours. All right. For those of you who are new to the Disability Talk Live format, let me kind of tell you how this operates from going forward. Every first and third Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Let me say this again. Every first and third Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I pick a random topic and I start talking about it live. Now, if you have questions that you want to jump in and ask, this is your time to do so. Okay? Please don't think that just because I'm covering a particular topic that I cannot speak to anything else. For real. So I don't want any of you to think, oh my gosh, Attorney Reeves is on here. He's talking about this. I don't think I can get my question in. And I want to ask him about this, but he's only talking about this today, so I can't ask him about anything else. No, that is not the way this works. Typically what I do is I take a topic and I address that particular topic. But this really is your time. This is your time to get the questions in there to me while you have me live and in charge. Okay? Most of my shows, my live shows, not the ones where you see them on a regular basis, but the live broadcasts, those will probably pop up, and those are questions that I address, prearranged, do a video, put it out there. This live time is the time for you to ask me certain questions. And you're saying, well, what questions can we ask you? You can ask me anything you want to, but I'll tell you if I can answer it, and I'll tell you if this is something that you need to ask someone else to get a more definitive answer. So I just want you to know that ahead of time. But this time is literally your time to ask me questions. So if by some chance you can't make it, email me, anthony.reeves@reevesfirm.com, or go to my reevesfirm.com, hit the contact page and say, hey, listen, can you talk about this while you're there? So this way, if I miss it, I can get that question in. So this vehicle is for you to ask questions. Do not be shy. Again, let me make sure I make it very clear to you. Okay, the format of the show is every first and third Wednesday at 4 p.m. I typically will hit a topic. The reason why I hit a topic is so that I'm not sitting here with a blank look on my face saying, does anybody have any question? No, that's not the way I do it. What I do is I cover a topic in general. And then if you want to jump in there, like you can literally, if I'm talking about a particular topic and you want to ask me a question before I get started, go for it. This is your time to get those questions answered, or at least get my perspective on certain things for your benefits. As always, I'm going to reiterate this again. Every first and third Wednesday at 4 p.m. right here, Q&A, Social Security Disability Today, Reeves Firm site. You come down here, we're going to make it do what it do. I typically have it allocated anywhere from as short as 15 minutes to up to an hour. This is my time and your time. So if you got questions, get them in there. If I don't have any questions and I've finished covering my topic, I'll wrap it up and I'll look forward to seeing you again. At this time, I have addressed all of my questions. I've addressed my topic for today, which is why it's important for you to have a reliable third person to complete the form for you. At this point in time, I do not see any questions. Does anybody have any particular questions that you want to ask me before I shut down shop for the day? All right, going once. Any particular questions? And I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to repeat the questions out loud. So if you're asking, well, how do I get them in there? Well, it's two ways. There's a chat function on here, so you can always do that. Or you can just send me an email at anthony.reeves@reevesfirm.com. And if I don't get the chat here, I can always check it there. Or you can actually go to my website, reevesfirm.com, if you've signed up. And there's an opportunity for you to ask questions there. There are plenty of places to ask your questions. So don't be shy. Whoop. Sorry, there goes the camera. Down it goes. All right. So by all means, get your questions. Oh, sorry. This is what happens. Technology at its best. Okay. Get your questions asked. If you have any questions for me at any shape and point in time, I'm more than happy to address them. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. Mark your calendars. So when you find yourself going through the process, you got some questions and so forth, and you want an opportunity to speak to a warm body, you can always chat with me on my reevesfirm.com site, because I'm on there regularly chatting live. But if you want to talk to me and ask me a specific question here in this format, that's what I'm here for. Again, first and third Wednesday, 4 o'clock Eastern time, right here. We're going to make it do what it do. Let me do a quick check to see if there's any questions over here. Nope. We are quiet on the question front, and I look forward to seeing you all next time around. Have a wonderful day and stay out of trouble.